All right, Shalom, Israel, Yahbashim Ashab Rakatah, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. We're going to get this Northern Cal Sabbath service on the way. We're going to say a margin, which means stand. La Shalom means to Israel. Say what Palm Hakodah, which means face to east. We'll start out with the Lord's Prayer. Abanaw, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakufka, Naba'ah, Batazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Batandanaw, Lakam, Cal, Dawam, Wasalak Nawa, Kabawath Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawath Yanawa, Wala'ah, Abayan Nawa, Wanasai 1, Abal, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kayalaka, Amalakwath, Wahala, Wahatapira, Iolamyan. Amen. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Amen. Yahbashim Yahushai, Baba Kushah, Ladanganau, Hakat, La Rapa'ah, Cal Makala, Wakal Magawa, Hakat, La Tahar, Hamatazari, Hakat, La Hakwiyam, Hamathium, Hakat, Al Rakar Wath, Hamata'ala, Lagar Shan, Bashim Yahushai, the water of mine. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the leper, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits to cast them out. In the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. Bless Israel, Yahushai, Yahushai, Barakanao, Bayasharala, Hayabayat, Paria, Barak, Rapa'ah, Magan, Hashim Yahushai, the water of mine. Lord, in the name of Yahushua, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect, Christ family, Warren family, all the brothers in the school, Commanding General Yohanan. In the name of Yahushua, thank you. So be it. All right, Psalms 121. Ash'ah, Ayanya, Al-Hahariya, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'an, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayam, Waratazah, Al Yathan, Ramawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Anah, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayishan, Shawamar, Yasharala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yanyaka, Yamawam, Ashamash, Ayakaka, Wayara, Bala Yala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Mikal Rai, Yashamar, Asnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taz Aska, Wabu Aska, Wa'ais Al Walam, I will lift up my eyes unto the hill, from whence cometh my help coming from the power which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83. Alahai, al damayal lakah, all thakarash, all thashakwat, all kaya hana, awayabika, Yahama Yawam, Ra'ash, Al Imaka, Yaran Yawa, Sawada, Wayata Yai Tizwa, Al Tazapun One Yaka, Amaru, Wa, Monakakinan, Regalia, Wala Yazakar, Shum Yasharala, Iwada, Kaya, Nai Tizwa, Labab, Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Baryaf, Yakarasla, Alahaya, Adawam, Wayashamai, Alayam, Mawaba, Wahagari, Gabal, Wa'amawan, Wa'amalak, Alashaf, Andashabi, Tazawar, Gamasha War, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zerawai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Aishalaham, Kaimadian, Kasya, Sarah, Hayabyan, Onakal, Kwayashun, Nashamadwa, Ayan, Ara, Hayawa, Daman, the Adama, Shayathumwa, Nadab Ya Mawa, Ka'ira, Walkazaba, Walkazaba, Walkatazal, Mana'ai, Cal Nasaya, Kamwa, Ashar, Amara, Naya Rashad, Manawa, Af, Na'awath, Alahaya, Alahaya, Shayathumwa, Kagalgula, Kukwash, Lapunya Roraka, the Ash, Laba Ira Ya'ira, Wakala Haba, Alahat, Hariyam, Kun, Deradama, Basa Irika, Wabasa Wathpasta, Laba Haram, Mala'at, Panyaham, Kuala Wayabakwashwa, Shimka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya Bahawa, Ayai, Waya Kaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Daiwa, Kaya Ata, Shimka, Yahawa, Labaka, Al Yanawam, Al Kaha, Aratasa. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasharallah may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom and the Israelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asherites also joined with them. They have opened the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Ze'ed, yea, all the princes as Zebah and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as a stubble before the wind, as a fire burneth the wood, and as a flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Yahweh. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all earth. Sign, which means turn. All right. Yeah, I see some reports saying that America has launched missiles at Iran. So, you know, it's about to be on. This kingdom is slowly going down. And this is the proof of it, you know, live and living color. They done launched bombs at Iran, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of time of all these other nations is going to join in and gang up against America, because America has been the bully in the past 60, 70 years and even before, you understand? So, you know, they launched missiles at Iran, you know, so like I said, it's just a matter of time before, you know what I'm saying, this full-fledged war is going to, you know, come to pass, you understand? So, you know, take heed, you understand, and, you know, we here in ISUBK has been knowing this for years because it's in the scriptures. You know, World War III means woe means destruction, you know, and destruction has begun within these nations who were, you know what I'm saying, who were about to be up against, you know, just as the scriptures have said. You understand? So take heed, everybody. You understand? And, you know, we, like I say, we here in ISUBK has been knowing this. You know, the prophets of old, this was written, you know, many years ago that this is going to come to pass. And, you know, it's slowly has been brewing up. You understand? World War III is brewing up. So, like I said, we taking heed. We done took heed here in ISUBK because we understand what these scriptures are saying and, you know, what's going to happen in this time to come. You understand? So, like I said, it was just going to be a matter of time before, you know, this is going to come to pass. And, you know, it's slowly and starting and, you know, and it's going to get serious. This kingdom is about to come down. Our oppressor's kingdom is about to come down, and there's going to be a new kingdom, which is going to be Christ is going to be, you know, the king, you know, of this society, you know, no doubt, because the way things is going now, our oppressor has destroyed just about everything on this planet. You understand? He done, as far as the animals, as far as just the land, taking land and what they're doing to the children of Israel, who rightfully is supposed to be, you know, doing this, running this society, because like I say, our oppressor has done the worst that he can do, and it's not going to get any better. And we see now that it's not getting any better because, like I say, they launched missiles at Iran, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's a matter of time before, you know, all these other nations join in and it's going to fight against America because in America, so-called America, has been the bully around on this earth, you understand? And, you know, it's come time, it was going to come time to his reign was going to be over. His reign is going to be over. So, with that being said, you know, we going into these scriptures, which we left off at Numbers chapter 18, verse 1. But we're going to get into these scriptures, you know, and keep doing the work of the Most High, you know what I'm saying, to wake up our brothers, you know, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, and everyone that's on the 12 tribe chart, you understand? Those are that is your family, you understand? From Judah on down to Issachar, you know, all these other nations is going to have to pay for what they've done, you understand? So with that being said, we're going to do the Hebrew, then we're going to go back and break it down in English, you know, and give you knowledge of what this Bible is actually saying, because this the Christian church is not telling you, you know, the laws that God, the Most High, has made for us that we're supposed to be following. And, you know, if you learn it from the Christian church, you know, you doing everything abomination up under the sun by not keeping these law, statutes, and commandments that the Lord has given us, you know, which is the Bible, which is our, you know, the Black man, Hispanic man, and Native Indian man, as you can say, what your car has an instruction manual. It's instruction manual for us to follow. This has been left for us. The Bible has been left for us to follow. And we need to follow these things, to come up out of our sinful ways, you understand? Repent and come from up out of our sinful ways that our oppressor, have us doing, once you come into the knowledge of the Most High in Christ, you understand, and then you'll be able to know what to do and what not to do, you understand? And that's most important because, with the Lord on your side, you understand, there's not a battle that you can't conquer, you understand? So that's the important part of keeping these commandments, because the Lord is with you, and you want the Lord with you in all aspects of our lives, you understand? We supposed to teach this to our children so our children can have the truth of the knowledge of the Bible, of our history, of our records, and our lifestyle, you understand? And that's utmost important to all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. So, we're going to get into Numbers chapter 18, verse 1. In the Hebrew, Waya Amar, Yahweh, Aharon, Ata, Wabanyaka, Wabayath, Abayaka, Afka, Dashawa, Af, I won, Hama Kwadash, Wa'ata, Banyaka, Afka, Dashawa, Af, I won, Kahanathkam, verse 2, Wagam, Af, Akyaka, Mata, Lawyer, Shabbat, Slavic, Abayaka, Aquarab, Afka, Waya Lawa, Al Yaka, Ayasharaf, Waka, Wa'ata, Wabanyaka, Afka, Lapunya, Aha, Ha'ida, verse 3, Washa Marwa, Masha Marafka, Wamasha Maraf, Ka, Aha, Ak, Kalya, Hakwadash, Hamazabak, La'a, Yakwarabwa, Wala'a, Yamathwa, Gum, Atam, verse 4, Wana Lawa, Al Yaka, Washa Marwa, Af, Masha Maraf, Aha, Mawa Aid, Lakal, Ibadaf, Aha, Wazar, La'a, Yakwara, Yakam, verse 5, Washamartham, Af, Masha Maraf, Akwadash, Wa'at, Masha Maraf, Hamazabak, Wala'a, Yahaya, Iwat, Quatazat, Al, Banyam, Yasharala, verse 6, Wa'anya, Hana la kwataya at akyakam aloyam mathawak banyam yasharala lakam mathana natanyam la Yahweh la ibad ibadath aha mawa'id, verse 7, wa'ata wabanyaka afka dasha marwa kahanafkam lakam the bar hamazabak wala mabyat laparakat wa ibadam ibadath matana atan ath kahanathkam wahazar akwara Yahweh math. All right. All right. Numbers chapter 18, verse 1. And the Lord said unto Aaron, Thou and thy sons in thy father's house with thee shall bear the iniquity of the sanctuary, and thou and thy sons with thee shall bear the iniquity of your priesthood. Verse 2. And the brethren also of the tribe of Levi, the tribe of thy father, bring thou with thee, that they may be joined unto me and minister unto thee. But thou and thy sons with thee shall minister before the tabernacle of witness. Verse 3. And they shall keep thy charge and the charge of all the tabernacle, only they shall not come nigh the vessel of the sanctuary and the altar, that neither they nor ye also die. Verse 4. And they shall be joined unto thee, and keep the charge of the tabernacle of the congregation for all the service of the tabernacle, and a stranger shall not come nigh unto you. And ye shall keep the charge of this, verse 5, and ye shall keep the charge of the sanctuary and the charge of the altar, that there be no wrath any more upon the children of Israel. And I, behold, I have taken your brethren, the Levites, from among the children of Israel, to you they are given as a gift for the Lord, to do the service of the tabernacle of the congregation. Therefore thou and thy sons with thee shall keep your priest's office for everything of the altar, and within the veil, and ye shall serve. And I have given your priest's office unto you as a service of a gift. And the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death. So they're taking, and thy sons and thy fathers They're the brother of tribe of Levi. See, the Levites was like the police of the 12 tribes of Israel, you understand? So the Levites carried out all the punishments and stuff as far as within the 12 tribes, joined to minister. So, and they shall keep the charge. And so Levites is going to keep doing what they're doing, you know, that neither that nor ye shall also die. And they shall be joined unto thee and keep the charge of the tabernacle. So we're going to keep these, you know, the law, statutes, and commandments of the congregation for all the service of the tabernacle. And a stranger shall not come nigh unto you. And ye shall keep the charge of the sanctuary and the charge of the altar, that ye be no wrath anymore upon the children of Israel, because, you know, we started following these other nations and doing what these, you know, other nations was doing, you know what I'm saying? But we have to keep these law, statutes, and commandments under no circumstance. You understand? And that's what we must understand, is keeping these laws is very, you know what I'm saying, keeps us, you know what I'm saying, in good standings with the Most High. And that's what this Bible is all about, is following this instruction book. Just like you got laws, you know, you got procedures that you have to follow when you go to work, procedures after you follow, you know what I'm saying, stopping at the stop signs and so forth and so on. You know, these laws and statutes in this Bible is very, you know, it's very pertinent, you know what I'm saying? You have to do these things, you know what I'm saying? Most of these churches, you know, saying the laws is done away with, you know, you can break the commandments. No, that's not what you're supposed to do. That's why these pastors are just nothing but greedy dogs, because they don't teach the truth of the Bible. They teach the truth of themselves and how they puff up themselves, you know, especially because they're getting your tithes, you know. So you have to keep the charge, you know what I'm saying, the charge of the law, statutes, and commandments of the sanctuary, and, you know, that there will be no wrath anymore upon the children of Israel, because we have been going through wrath because we are breaking these commandments. As it says in verse 5, that there will be no wrath anymore upon the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the Levites is the ones that carry out the laws, and once you committed sin, you know, you go before the Levites and the congregation, you know, and to receive your punishment, and, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Therefore, thou and thy sons with thee shall keep your priest's office for everything, and ye shall serve. You know, I have given your priest office to you as a service of gift. You understand? So the Levites knew what to do and how to carry out, you know, the laws and statutes of the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, verse 8. Waya Dabar, Yahweh, Aran, Wa Anya, Ana, Natathya, Laka, Ath, Masha, Marath, Tara wa Mafia, Laka, Quadashya, Manyam. Yashuala, Laka, Natath, Lamashaka, Walabanyaka, la quack, la quack, Iwalam, verse 9, Za, Yahaya, Laka, Makodash, Hakodashim, Man, Ha'ak, Ka, Quarabanma, Laka, Mana, Kathma, Walaka, Kata, Athma, Walaka, Ashama, Asherah, Yasha, Yabwa, Laya, Kodash, Kodashim, Laka, Awa, Walabanyaka, verse 10, Kodash, Akodashim, Ta'aka, Lanwa, Cal, Zakar, Ya'akar, Athwa, Kodash, Yahaya, Laka, verse 11. Uzzah, Laka, Tara, Wamath, Matanma, Laka, Tana, Wa, Path, Wanyam, Yasharala, Laka, Natath, Yam, Wala Bunyaka, Wala Banathyaka, Afka, La Quack, La Cock, Iwalam, Ka, Tawa, Tahawar, Baba Yaska, Ya'akar, Athwa, verse 12. Cal, Kalab, Atazahar, Wakar, Kalab, Daya, Wash, Wadagan, Ashyadam, Asherah, Yatanwa, La Yahweh, Laka, Natathyam, verse 13. Baka warrior, Ka, Asherah, Ba'aratazam, Asherah, Yaba Yahweh, Yahweh, Laka, Yahaya, Gal, Tahawar, Baba Yaska, Ya'akalanwa, verse 14, Cal, Karam, by Yasharala, Laka, Yahaya, okay, Numbers 8 and 18. And the Lord spake unto Aaron, Behold, I also have given thee the charge of mine heave offering of all the hollow things of the children of Israel. Unto thee I have given them by reason of the anointing, and to thy sons by an ordinance forever. Verse 9, this shall be thine of the most holy things, reserved from the fire, every oblation of theirs, every meat offering of theirs, and every sin offering of theirs, and every trespass offering of theirs, which they shall render unto me, shall be most holy for thee and for thy sons. So this is, if you committed sins, you know what I'm saying, all your meat offerings, trespass offerings shall be most holy for thee and for thy sons. Verse 10, in the most holy place shalt thou eat it. Every male shall eat it. It shall be holy unto you. So all of this information, you understand, that we're supposed to follow. That's what he's talking about, eating it. You eating it means you getting this information, you're taking on this information and, you know, putting it in your mind, basically. These things you're not supposed to forget, you know, especially if you're sinning, you have to give all those offerings, sin offering, trespass offering, you know, and you pass this down to your sons, you know what I'm saying, to your family. Okay, be holy unto thee, and this, verse 11, and this is thine, a heap offering of their gift with all the wave offerings of the children of Israel. I have given them unto thee and to thy sons and to thy daughters with thee by a statute forever. Everyone that is clean in thy house shall eat of it. So you pass this down to your children, and everyone is supposed to have this knowledge of, you know, these law, statutes, and commandments when there was sin committed and stuff like that. Okay, verse 12, all the best of the oil and all the best of the wine and of the wheat, the first fruits of them, which they shall offer unto the Lord, them have I given thee. Verse 13, and whatsoever is first ripe in the land, which they shall bring unto the Lord, shall be thine. Everyone that is clean in thy house shall eat of it. Everything devoted in Israel shall be thine. Shall eat of it, and everything devoted in Israel shall be thine. So, you know what I'm saying, once you kept these laws, you know, everything in Israel, you know what I'm saying, is he was going to, you know, inherit, you know, all the milk and honey of Israel, you understand? Like I say, now over there, you know, in Israel, there will never be no peace in Israel because the true people that's supposed to be over there is not there, you understand? Once we get back into our land and and these law, statutes, and commandments will be carried out, you know, in all fashions, you understand? These laws will be kept, you know, and there's punishments for not keeping these laws. Okay, verse 15. Ka, patar, kam, lakar, bashar, asherah, yakwa, yabwa, la Yahweh, ba'adam, wa ba'ma, Yahaya, Laka, Ak, Pada, Tapada, Ath, Baka, War, Ha'adam, Wa'ath, Baka, War, Haba, Habama, Hatama'a, Bapada, verse 16. Wapada, Maban, Kadash, Bapada, Ba'iraka, Kasap, Kamashath, Shaquayam, Bashaqual, Hakwadash, Ashayayam, Gara, Hawa'a, verse 17, Ak, Baka, War, Shawar, Al, Baka, War, Kashab, Al, Baka, War, Eyes, La'a, Tapada, Quadash, Ath, Damma, Bazarak, Al, Amazabak, Wa'ath, Kalabma, Taquatayar, Shah, Larayash, Nayakaka, La Yahweh, verse 18. Wabasharam, Yashaya, Kakaza, Hatanawapa, Hatanawapa, Wakashawak, Yumyam, Ka, Yahaya, verse 19. Cal, Tharawamath, Aquadashiam, Asherah, Yarayamwa, Manyam, Yasharala, La Yahweh, Natathya, Laka, Walabanyaka, Walabanathyaka, Athka, La Quak, Iwalam, Warayath, Alak, Iwalam, Hawa'a, Lapunya, Yahweh, Ka, Alazaraika, Athka, verse 20. Amar, Yahweh, Aharon, Ba'aratazam, La'a, Danaka, Wakalak, Ya, Laka, Bathwakam, Anya, Kalak, Ka, Wanakalathka, Bathawak, Anyam, Yasharala, verse 21. Walabanyam, La Ya, Ana,
Latathya, Cal, Ma'ashar, Ayashurala, Lana Kalap, Ibadathma, Asherah, Ibadyam, At, Ibadath, Ahor, Mawa'id, verse 20. Okay, that was it. Go back to Numbers 15, Numbers 18, verse 15, Salaki. Everything that opened up the matrix in a flesh which bring unto the Lord, whether it be men or beasts, shall be thine. Nevertheless, the firstborn of man shall thou surely redeem, and the firstling of unclean beast shall thou redeem. So everything that was born in all flesh, which shall bring to the Lord, whether it be man or beast. So you bring everything unto the Lord, regardless, if it was born in the flesh, man or animal, shall be thine. Nevertheless, the firstborn of man shall thou surely redeem. And right. And the firstling of unclean beast shall thou redeem. And those that are to be redeemed from a month old shall thou redeem, according to thine estimation, for the money of 5 shekels, after the shekels of the sanctuary, which is 20 gerahs. Verse 17, but the firstling of a cow, or firstling of a sheep, or the firstling of a goat, thou shalt not redeem. They are holy. Thou shalt sprinkle their blood upon the altar, and shall burn their fat for an offering made by fire, for a sweet savor unto the Lord. So these are the things that you have to sacrifice up to the Lord as far as beast is concerned. 18, and the flesh of them shall be thine, as he wave breast, as a right shoulder are thine. All the heave offerings of the holy things which the children of Israel offer up unto the Lord, I have given thee and thy sons and thy daughters with thee by a statute forever. These things we must do throughout our generation. It is a covenant of salt forever before the Lord, unto thee and to thy seed with thee. And the Lord spake unto Aaron, thou shalt have no inheritance in their land, neither shalt thou have any part among them. I am thy part and thine inheritance among the children of Israel. And behold, I have given the children of Levi all the tenth in Israel for inheritance, for their service which they serve, even the service of the tabernacle of the congregation. So this is how the priest, because the priest was, like I say, carry out the laws and the punishment of the laws. So their inheritance was a tenth in Israel for the inheritance for their service, even the service of the tabernacle of the congregation. So that's how Levi's, you know what I'm saying, got their inheritance. You know, they got certain things too, as well. In 18 to 22 in the Hebrew. Wala'a Yakwa Rabwa Iwad Banyam Yasharala Aha Ma Wa Ait Lasha Ath Kata Lama Wath, verse 23. Wa Ibad La Lawyer I Hawa Ath Ibadath Aha Ma Wa Ait Waham Yashawa I will nam Kakwath I will lum Bada Rath Yakam Waba the Wak Yam Yashawala Yana Kawa Nakala, verse 24, Kaya Ath Ma'ai Shara Yam Yasharala Yashara Yara Yamwa La Yahawa Tara wa Ma Nathasya La Loyam Lana Kala Al Kun Martaya Laham Bathawak Yam Yashwala La'a Yana Kawa Nakala. Verse 26. By Debar Yahweh. Oh, Masha La'amar. Verse 20. That was 25. This is 26. Sloppy. Wa oh. Aloyam Debar. Wa Martha. Alham Kaya Kwak Wa Ma'ath Wanyam Yashavala Ath Ama Ashara Nathasya Lakam Ma'atam Banakalathkam Waharamtam Mamanwa Tara wa Math Yahweh Ma'ai Shara Man Hama Ai Shara. Verse 27. Wana Kashab Kam Tara wa Maskam Kadaran Slavic Kadagan Man Adaran Wakam La Man Ya Kwa. Verse 28. Kan Tara Yamwa Gum Atam Tara wa Math Yahweh, come, Ma'aisharath, Yakam, Asherah, Da Kwak, Wa, Ma'ath, Anyam, Yasharala, Wana Tatam, Mamanwa, Ath, Dara, Wa Math, Yahweh, La Aharan, Akahan. Okay, Numbers 18 and 22. Neither must the children of Israel henceforth come nigh the tabernacle of the congregation, lest they bear sin and die. But the Levites shall do the service of the tabernacle of the congregation, and they shall bear their iniquity, and it shall be a statute forever throughout your generations, that among the children of Israel they have no inheritance. But the tithe of the children of Israel, which they offer as a heave offering unto the Lord, I have given the Levites to inherit. Therefore I have said unto them, among the children of Israel, they shall have no inheritance. So this is what the Levites got, for the work of the service of the children of Israel, when, carrying out the laws and stuff like that. That's what they inherited. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, thus speak unto the Levites, and say unto them, when ye take the children of Israel the tithes which I have given you from them for your inheritance, then ye shall offer up a heave offering of it for the Lord, even a tenth part of the tithes. Verse 27, this is your heave offering shall be reckoned unto you as though it were the corn of the threshing floor, and as the fullness of the winepress. 28, thus ye shall also shall offer a heave offering unto the Lord for all the tithes which ye receive of the children of Israel, and ye shall give therefore the Lord's heave offering to Aaron the priest. So this is the tithes which everybody has to pay a tenth of. Whatever you have, could be corn, wheat, bread, or whatever. And a tenth part of that is a heave offering unto the Most High. Okay, verse 29. Makar mata nath yakam tara yamwa athkar tara wa math Yahweh Makar Kalabwa Ath Makwa Dashwa Mamanwa. Verse 30. Wa Amarta Aham Bahara Yamkam Ath Kalabwa Mamanwa Wana Kashab La Loyan Kalabwa Run, Wakatab, Wa'ath, Yaqab, verse 31. Wa'akotam, Athwa, Bakar, Makwawam, Adam, Wabayathkam, Kaya, Shakar, Hawa'a, Lakam, Kalap, Ibadathkam, Ba'ahal, Mawa'id, verse 22. Wala'a, Tashawa, Al Yawa, Ata, Bahayamkam, Ath, Kalab, Wa, Mamonwa, Wa'ath, Kodashia, Anyam, Yashuala, La'a, Takalal, Wala'a, Tama, Wath, Wa. Okay, 19:1. Waya Debar, Yahweh, Mashah, Run, La Amar, verse 2, Za'ath, Quath, Hatawara, Shara, Tazawa, Yahweh, La Amar, Debar, Yam, Yashuala, Waya, Wakwa, Yaka, Ara, Adama, Tamayama, Ashra, Yan, Ba, Mawam, Ashra, Ila, Al Yaha, Al, verse 3, Wanatatam, Da, Ala Azar, Hakahan, Wahawatazaya, Ata, Makawataza, Lamakana, Washakat, Ata, Lapunyawa. Going back to 18 and 29. Out of all your gifts ye shall offer every heave offering of the Lord, of all the beasts thereof, even the hollow part thereof out of it. Therefore thou shalt say unto them, when ye have heaved the best thereof from it, then it shall be counted unto the Levites as an increase of the threshing floor, and as the increase of the winepress. And ye shall eat it in every place, ye and your household, for it is your reward for your service in the tabernacle of the congregation. So that's how the Levites got, what I'm saying, as you can say, a piece of the pie. But this, like I say, this is carrying out the work of the Lord. and ye shall bear no sin by reason of it, when ye have heaved from it the best of it, neither shall you pollute the holy things of the children of Israel, lest ye die. Numbers 19:1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, This is the ordinance of the law which the Lord has commanded, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel that they bring thee a red heifer without spot, wherein no blemish, and upon which never came yoke. So when you carried out and had to give a offering to the Lord, it had to be something that was, you know what I'm saying, with no blemish, didn't have no, had to be born straight, as we can say, normal. Anything you give to the Lord, you want it to be your best. Basically, is what this is saying. You don't want nothing that's, got a half an ear or a short leg, or, you know what I'm saying, wherein no blemish. It couldn't have no blemish after being born just straight normal, and which became yoke. And ye shall give her unto Eleazar the priest, that he may bring her forth without the camp, and one shall slay her before his face. So that's how they carried out, things that you give unto the Lord. Okay, verse 4, 19:4 in Hebrew. Wala kwak ala izar akahan madama ba'ataza baiwa wahaza all nakak panya ahal mawa aid madama shabai pa'imyam. Verse 5. Washa rat apara la ayanyawa at ira wa at bashara wa at damha parash yasharap. Verse 6. Wala kwak hakahan Itazah Araz Wa'azawab Washanya Awala Aith Wahashalayak Sawak Sharapath Apara. 7. Wakabas Bagad Yawa Hakahan Warakataza Basharwa Bamayam Wa'akar Yaba'a Amakana Watama Akahan Aid Ha'irab, verse 8. Wahasharap, Hata, Yakabas, Bagadyawa, Pamayam, Warakataza, Basharwa, Pamayam, Watama, Aid, Ha'irab, verse 9. Wa'asap, Ayash, Tahawar, Ath, Apar, Apara, Wahanayash, Makawataza, Lamakana, Bamakwawam, Tahawar, Wahayata, La Adath, Manyam, Yasharala, Lamashama, Rath, Lamya, Nada, Kata'ath, Awa'ah. Okay, verse 10, Wakabas, Sap, Ath, Apar, Apara, Ath, Agadiyawa, Matama, Ha'irab, Wahayata, Labanyam, Yasharala, Walagar, Agar, Bathwakam, Laka, Quath, Iwa Lum. Okay, 19 verse 4. Numbers 19 verse 4. And Eleazar the priest shall take of her blood with his finger and sprinkle of her blood directly before the tabernacle of the congregation 7 times. And one shall burn the heifer in his sight. Her skin and her flesh and her blood and her dung shall be burned. 6. And the priest shall take cedar wood and hyssop and a scarlet and cast it into the midst of the burning of the heifer. Then the priest shall wash his clothes, and he shall bathe his flesh in water, and afterwards he shall come into the camp, and the priest shall be unclean until even. And he that burneth her shall wash his clothes in water and bathe in his flesh in water, and shall be unclean until the evening. And a man that is clean shall gather up the ashes of the heifer and lay them up without the camp in a clean place, and it shall be kept for the congregation of the children of Israel for a water of separation. It is a purification of sin. So that's how you keep yourself, after that sacrifice. And he that gathered the ashes of her heifer shall wash his clothes, be unclean till the evening, and it shall be unto the children of Israel and unto the stranger that sojourner among them for a status forever. Sloppy, for a statute forever. Sloppy. Okay, 19 and 11. Hanagai, Bamath, Akam, Akal, Napash, Adam, Matama, Shaba Ice, Yawamyam, verse 12. Hawa'a ta yata ka ta'a wa baya wam hasha la yashya wa baya wam hasha bayaya yatahar wa ra'a yata ka ta'a baya wam hasha la yashya wa baya wam hasha bayaya yatahar. Verse 13. Cal Hanagai Bamath Ana Pash Ha'adam Asherah Yama Wala'a Yata Ta'a Ath Masha Kun Yahweh Tama Wana Karta Ana Pash Ahawa'a Ma Yasharala Kaya Maya Nada Zarak Al Yawa Tama Yahaya Iwad Tama Athwa Wa. Verse 14. Za'ath Hata Wara Adam Kaya Yama Wath Ba'ahar Ka Aba'a Ath Ha'ahar Bakar Asherah Ba'ahar Matama Shaba'ith Wa Yawamyam. Verse 15. Bakar Kaya Pata Wak Asherah Ayan Tazamayad Pataya Pataya Al Yawa Tama Hawa'a. Verse 16. Wakal Asherah Yagai Al Punya Ashada Bakalau Karab Al Bamath Al Ba'atazam Adam Al Bakwa Bar Yatama Shaba'ith Wa Yawamyam. Verse 17. Wala Kwakwa Batama Ma Par Sharapath Aqua Ta'ath Wana Dun Al Yawa Mayam Kayayam O Koya. Verse 18. Okay, Numbers 19 and 11. He toucheth he that toucheth a dead body of a man shall be unclean 7 days. He shall purify himself with it on the 3rd day, and on the 7th day he shall be clean. But if he purify not himself the 3rd day, then the 7th day he shall not be clean. Whosoever toucheth a dead body of a man that is dead, and purifieth not him, defileth the tabernacle of the Lord, and that soul shall be cut off from Israel, because the water of separation was not sprinkled upon him. He shall be unclean. The uncleanness is yet upon him. This is the law when a man dieth in a tent. All that come into the tent and all that's in the tent shall be unclean 7 days. So you can't even be in the same room with, until you purify yourself 7 days out of the tabernacle, out of the congregation. And everyone open vessel which has no covering bound upon it So you can go around a casket, being the same with a casket, you're clean. With has no covering down upon it is unclean. So I guess if the casket is closed, I guess what that means. Whosoever toucheth one that is slain with a sword in the field, or a dead body, or a bone of a man, or a grave, shall be unclean 7 days. So can't even hold nothing and touch a dead body. You're unclean for 7 days. So for an unclean person, they shall take of the ashes of the burnt heifer, purification for sin. The running water shall be put thereto in a vessel. Okay, verse 18. Wala quack as wab what ball bama yum yash tahawar was wahaza al ha ha wa'al call call yum wa'al hana plush wath ashara haya wa sham wa'al ana guy ba tazam al ba lol al ba math al ba kwa bar. Verse 19. Wahaza ata har al ata ma ba yawam ashala yashya waba yawam asha ba yaya waka atwa ba yawam Ashabayaya, Yakabas, Bagad Yawa, Ara Kataza, Bamayam, Watahar, Ba'ira, verse 20. Wa'ayash, Asherah, Yatama, Wala'a, Yatakata, Wanakarta, Anapash, Ahawa'a, Matawak, Aquaha, Kaya, Ak, Makwadash, Yahweh, Tama, Maya, Nada, Ra'a, Zarak, Al Yawa, Ma'a, Hawa'a, verse 21. Wahayata, Laham, Lakakwat, Quath, Awalam, Maza, Anada, Yakabat, Bagad Yawa, Wahanagai, Bamaya, Hanada, Atama, Aid, Ira, verse 22. Wakal, Asherah, Yagai, Bawa, Atama, Yatama, Wahanapash, Anaga Aith, Tatama, Aid, Ha'ira. Okay, 19 and 18, Numbers 19 and 18. And a clean person shall take hyssop and dip it in water and sprinkle it upon the tent and upon the vessel and upon the person that was there and upon him that toucheth a bone or one slain or one dead or a grave. So if you touch a grave, you have to be unclean for 7 days. You're unclean for 7 days. And the clean person shall sprinkle upon the unclean on the 3rd day, and on the 7th day, and on the 7th day he shall be pure. He shall purify himself and wash his clothes and bathe himself in water, and shall be clean at evening. In verse 20, but a man that shall be unclean and shall not purify himself, that soul shall be cut off from amongst the congregation, because he has defiled the sanctuary of the Lord, and the water of separation has not been sprinkled upon him, he is unclean. It shall be a perpetual statute unto them, that he that sprinkled the water in separation wash his clothes, and he that toucheth the water of separation shall be unclean until evening. And whatsoever the unclean person toucheth shall be unclean, and the soul that toucheth it shall be unclean until evening. So that pretty much explains itself as far as dealing with uncleanness when you're sacrificing things and dead bodies. You're in the room with a dead body, you touch a dead body, even with, you got something in your hand, you're still unclean for 7 days, and the 3rd day you have to sprinkle water upon you, and then the 7th day that evening, then you're you consider purified and you're back clean again. So that's just, let you know, like if you're going to bury one of your loved ones and stuff like that, you're in a room with a dead body, you can't come upon the congregation for 7 days. So that's just, I'm saying, how things was handled back then and even as of today, going to burials and stuff like that. You have to, separate yourself from the congregation. The third day you sprinkle water upon yourself. The seventh day you're considered clean. So these are the things that's, that the priest knew to carry out, on those certain type of things when you're dealing with, sacrifices, dead bodies, cleanliness, being unclean, being clean and unclean. These are those aspects, you understand? So those are the laws we have to follow, that's in, our in the Bible, so to speak, our instruction manual, you understand? So don't think these laws are done away with. Some things have been the things, like I say, the things as far as dealing with a dead body, stuff like that, you have to carry out all the time, 7 days and stuff like that to be considered clean again. There's no too much no ways around it, you understand? So that's what you had to do when dealing with certain things unto the Lord, you understand? Sacrifices, you had to burn things, you had to, follow how the priest had it set up. Going back, you had to burn this, bathe yourself, and do the things that was necessary for you to, come back into the congregation, come back into the school, you understand, and be upon your brothers and sisters, in certain cases, sacrifices, dead bodies and stuff, of that nature. So with that being said, we'll pick up next Sabbath. Let's see. We'll pick up next Sabbath. Go back and we'll start at March the 7th. We'll start on Numbers 20, chapter 20, verse 1, where, we'll carry on next week. Numbers chapter 20, verse 1. So with that being said, we're going to we're going to end the Sabbath service for this week. We're going to say Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah, Yahweh Shema Alatam Bashem Yahushai. Salakia. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah, Yahweh Shema Alatam Bashem Yahushai. With that being said, class dismissed.